TubeBuddy's channel review is awful. So this video is not going to be for everybody, but if you are a YouTuber or interested in the ins and outs of YouTube, you might find this video interesting. So recently, I've tried to get really serious about the way I approach YouTube, to the point that I feel like I've watched every YouTube guru that this site has to offer. And the one thing I feel like all of those YouTube gurus have in common is they either pimp out vidIQ or TubeBuddy. If you don't know what those are, they're just essentially Chrome extensions that make your YouTube life easier, but they also do have paid services that offer you a whole bunch of other stuff. As of last week, I decided to pay for TubeBuddy to see if it was really worth it, and shortly after my sign up, TubeBuddy offered a channel review. This offer did pique my interest because I was like, oh, I wouldn't mind somebody looking at my channel and giving me tips. That was my first mistake. You see, when I was in the member perks section, all I saw was channel reviews and get access because 60% off. Totally skipped the middle part that says get fully automated end-to-end reviews of your channel. Now, I don't know about you people, but when I think of a review, I never think robot. Seriously though, would you ever consider a review from a robot? Like if I was a robot and I was like, this water is delicious, are you really gonna consider my review opposed to a human that actually drinks and needs water? Anyways, that was my mistake for not reading the fine print. The funny thing is I didn't realize it was an automated service until I got my confirmation email, and then 2 minutes later, I got my channel review. That's how fast it took me to get my channel review. This service without a discount cost $50. I paid $19 to get a freaking robot to review my channel in 2 minutes. Now I know what you're thinking, but Juice, was it worth it? I don't think so. But to be fair, I'm gonna show you everything they gave me in this review and then my extended thoughts after. So this channel audit was actually on my gaming channel, not this reaction channel that this video's on. And my overall score was a 76 out of 100. Not bad, but I feel like if you've been doing YouTube as long as I have, a lot of this stuff should just be natural. Next up is the channel issues that the automated service found. It mentions that my icon has some text that's not readable. I don't have my publish schedule in my banner, which I thought was interesting. I added too many one-word keywords, which I didn't really think was an issue, but okay, I'll give it to them. My about page didn't have an external link in it, which is odd because YouTube actually has an extended link section at the bottom, which I passed that part. I don't know why you would want a link in your about section. Then it says I don't have a channel trailer or a business email, which fair points. So this is the in-depth part of all the things I did right or wrong. You can see I did 71% passed and I failed 5, and it just goes through all the things that they had issues with, which I already listed off. And yeah, this was the most interesting thing right here for me, which was the one-word keyword. The funny thing here is I usually just delete all of these keywords. I don't even use them anymore. Every time I do a new video, I just delete every keyword I have and do everything related to the video, because that's what I learned from YouTube gurus. So right here's the whole link thing, which I mentioned earlier, but again, they have channel links at the bottom. They're literally right here. Now, maybe it's because you don't see them on mobile. I don't really know. They don't tell you that, but they're legit right here. Moving on to the next thing, it shows where I'm compared to other channels. It seems like I'm doing way better than other channels because I'm a 76. Other ones are 58 and 57, but it says similar channels solely based on subscriber count. So that doesn't really tell me anything. Just another random overview of my recent uploads. I passed 80% of the things. My most recent uploads, this was kind of annoying because my last 3 uploads are shorts. If you guys don't know, over on my TikTok, I'm actually doing a test right now with TikTok versus YouTube to see which is the best place to upload your content. So of course I'm failing on so many things here because, well, obviously the resolution of the thumbnails are gonna be garbage and I'm gonna be missing cards and end screens because they're shorts. You don't put any of that stuff on shorts because it's not gonna show up on the YouTube app. So this kind of sucks. Then there's distribution and outliers where they tell you what your best videos are and your worst videos, and you kind of just get a more in-depth result. Here are my top 5 videos, here are my top worst 5 videos, which are all the same series. Like legitimately, I think a lot of these videos failed because they were like an hour long each. You got some more charts, my average video views, yada yada yada. Then it goes into which videos gave me the most subscribers and which videos lost me the most subscribers. And then it goes into viewer duration and retention and all of that jazz. And you know, it's just a whole bunch of numbers. I know at this point in the video, you're probably like, oh, this stuff looks pretty awesome, Juice. I'm gonna ask you just to hold on a little bit longer. Next up, we have the audience overlap, which I found very interesting. Apparently, these are the other channels that my audience is watching, which is Beast Reacts, Apex Legends, Charlie, Moist Critical, Dude Perfect, which that one was interesting, XQC, and then a whole bunch of other people over here on the side. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it's nice that my audience is also watching people like Beast Reacts, Ludwig, Moist Critical, and even XQC, which are all pretty popular people, so that makes me feel kind of good. But to be honest, this doesn't really give me a lot to go off of because a lot of these channels can afford to hire their own people to do all of this other stuff. I doubt anybody here is actually doing everything on their own nowadays. Also, I want to point out when you sign up for one of these channel reviews, there there is a section that gives you 2 links, depending on what you're paying for, to have your channel compared to 2 other channels. It's literally listed as like competitor channels. And they give you a list of people that you can pick from. I picked 2 people that seemed similar to what I was doing, and they didn't even give me that. Right here where it says competitors, I should have those people that it lists as my competitors, and I should see their reviews, I would assume, because that's what they said they were gonna do, and it didn't even show up. So I'm not getting the full thing that I paid for. As we go down the list, they have the upload strength of a bunch of my videos. Then it says live stream strength, and there are no live streams on this channel, which is complete BS, because I live stream on my gaming channel all the time. Now, those videos do automatically go to unlisted, so I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt on that's why they don't show up. But I will say, when you go hardcore into my analytics, they have the analytics for all my old comic book content, but I unlisted all of those videos in the recent weeks as well. So if they can get that analytical data, why can't they get it for my live streams? That seemed kind of fishy to me. And then of course they have this thing that just makes you feel super sad, which is the conversion rate, that I get 1 subscriber out of all 171 people that have viewed my channel in the last 30 days. That's just a punch in the dick. And then they give you like lifetime performance of your channel, which again, this is skewed right here because I have over 900 plus videos on this channel. It's just like 700 plus of them are unlisted because I want people to watch the gaming content and not necessarily my old nerdy content. And then it gives you your last 30 days performance, traffic sources, view duration, yada, yada, yada. So essentially that is the TubeBuddy channel review. Looking at it for what it is, you might think, yo, that's kind of worth it. That's a lot of information I would love to have. The thing is, you already have a majority of this data. They just make it look pretty. I have no problem with you guys seeing my analytics. They're pretty awful. For those of you that don't know, YouTube gives you all of your analytics so you can study your content. And when you go to advanced mode, they give you a whole bunch more stuff. And this is essentially all the data that the channel review is getting for you. You can see right here all of this data, the number of views on all the videos that I've had, the hours watched, subscribers, estimated revenue, impressions. And if you want more data, you can click this little plus sign right here, and it'll give you a whole bunch of more crap that you can look through. Essentially, anything you find on that channel review is right here for free. It just doesn't look as pretty. But right here, you have views, watch time, subscribers, estimated revenue. You have your average view count in the last 7 days, your top 10 videos in the last period. Oh, look at that, a live stream. You have your audience reach with all the traffic sources, your engagement from your users. Look at this, your good ones, your bad ones, your top videos, your top posts, everything. Remember that cool section that showed everybody that was similar to you that people were watching? It's right here. All 3 pages of the same people. Granted, they don't show the really popular people like Dude Perfect, Mr. Beast, XQC, or even Ludwig. Kinda sus. If I'm being honest, this whole channel review audit thing does feel kinda scummy. Again, they did state that it was fully automated, but I don't feel like I'm getting any benefit from this channel audit at all. Had this been an actual person that reviewed my channel, watched some of my videos, looked at my thumbnails, looked at my titles, and actually gave me advice, that would have been way more insightful than a robot looking at my channel and doing a review in 2 minutes. None of this benefits me. It's all crap I already knew. As somebody who's going on near a decade of making content, I want something more tangible. I want something that's actually going to give me advice. Because honestly, none of this helps me. None of this is going to improve the way I was already doing my content. The sad thing is I feel like I would get more feedback from going to Reddit and going into one of those million YouTube threads where people try to get channel reviews done and just having some random person on the internet review my channel. I feel like I get better feedback from them. So at the end of the day, I think TubeBuddy's channel review system is kind of trash. I could see how this is beneficial to some creators, but to those creators that have been doing YouTube for a while and they feel like they're missing one little thing, maybe it's their content, maybe it's the way they do their titles and SEO and all that jazz, they want someone to actually review their channel and give them tangible, usable information. This crap does not. All of these numbers are fine, but if somebody's like, yo, your content sucks, or hey, your intro didn't really catch me, that's why I clicked off, or you need some music in there, I think that would be more helpful. Those things would help your content, not this. Anyways, if you found this video helpful at all, or maybe it just kept you from wasting $19 to $50 on this TubeBuddy review, how about you hit that thumbs up button? Or if you feel bad for me and you want to give me an honest review of my gaming channel, you can go check that out, or watch this video where I talked about how Pokimane is wrong about Ludwig and his jump to YouTube. I would love the feedback, but as always, ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, JUICEBOX. Remember to wake up in the morning and ask yourself something about my daily dose of juice. See you guys next time.